Ross, thanks for speaking to us. First time we've had a coach on doing one of our interviews post-match. Game finished 5-0. Just give us your take on today's final result and obviously the performance, which in our opinion was probably the best of the Summer Cup so far.
I 100% agree with you there. Boys showed a lot of heart. We all knew going into it it's a tough game. Obviously Harmony Road being one of the best amateur teams in Glasgow, if not Scotland. We knew we were going to be up against it right from the start, but the first 5-10 minutes the boys started that very well and were comfortable in the game. A lot of good passing and moving going on, things that me and myself and Alan have been working on in training, getting implemented. We're unlucky not to get a goal, but I'm sure it will come soon enough.
Ross, our Summer Cup group stages came to an end. Finishing fourth, we drop into the Division 2 of the Cup. Well done to Partizan and obviously Hamden Row, who went up into Division 1 for the remainder of the Summer Cup. We find ourselves going away to Corinthians next weekend at Firhill Complex. Just talk us through the Summer Cup 3 games, obviously in the group stage, and then we'll come on to obviously how much you're looking forward to seeing Corinthians in the quarter final.
It's been a good run out. The boys have got a good couple of minutes in their legs now. People need to remember that this is the first time that we've played competitive football ever, I believe, and we've been out of action about 18 months up until about 2-3 months ago. So we're getting minutes in the boys' legs, and it's been a good run up. Again, unfortunate not to get the results that we wanted, but we can't grumble, and we'll focus on training and moving forward. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the Corinthians game. Be a good game, and hopefully we'll get a result and a couple of goals in us.
Yeah, and just coming back onto Corinthians before we finish this point, Corinthians finished third in their group. I'm led to believe they had our very own Lomond Thistle in their group and stuff like that. We had the opportunity to get to see them in action. Just how much you're looking forward to playing against a team like Corinthians, well established?
Aye, definitely, very well established, good team, a good couple of boys behind them, I'm led to believe. Listen, if we were putting in performances the way we have over the last couple of weeks, there's no way that I don't think we'll be able to get maybe a point at least off these guys. We need to find our shooting boots, so to say. However, I think we'll be able to do so and hopefully get a few goals behind us and a decent result. Lift the boys' morale up a wee bit.
And Ross, just very lastly, speaking about the pre-season obviously that we're in, we came back at the start of April. We were back last September with the season more or less about to start, and we were told on the Friday that things would be off for a couple of weeks. We then found ourselves from September all the way to April with obviously the rise in cases. How do you feel yourself as obviously assistant manager to the Vale now? How do you feel that pre-seasons went as a whole? Obviously the Summer Cup is classed as a pre-season cup, so to speak. How do you feel it's went in the pre-season so far, and obviously excelling into going to the season starting on the 8th of August?
Honestly, we can't grumble. It's been a bit of a grueling 18 months for everyone all involved, Vale aside, but the boys have taken really well. We've got a few good bodies in. But obviously we've got the addition of Conor McCallum helping us out, doing our personal training sessions. The boys have benefited from it massively, and you can see that now, 80-90 minutes and still gas in the tank. It's been unfortunate the way things have worked out. The ball's been rolling, so to speak, and then there's pauses and stops there obviously due to COVID regulations, but the boys understand the scenario and the situation that myself and Alan are in, and it's been tough, so to speak, but no, but we're definitely looking forward to the season ahead and our first season of competitive football.
And it looks very likely that obviously cases are staying down, and very thankfully deaths are staying down. It looks very likely that the season's more or less going to go ahead for both obviously Pan team and first team. How much are you excited about that?
Yeah, 100%. This is really the year of the Vale, so to speak. We've got the wheels in motion for both teams now. Pan team starting back at the middle of August now for their league campaign, and also the first team at the start of August. So it's a very good time to be involved with the Vale, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And
just very lastly before we let you go, Ross, obviously that we would like to think there's a couple of thank yous to put out there. We've took on a lot of good people who are doing a lot of work in the background for us. You mentioned yourself there, Conor McCallum obviously stepped in as well. Our fitness coach, we can't thank him enough obviously for getting the guys to a match playing standard, as well as obviously the coaching staff putting in their part. Obviously we've had Conor McFall, who is doing our media stints, and obviously we've got Bradley doing more graphics. Just very lastly, is there anything you want to add for these guys?
No, of course, it's a collective here, and it's a good group of boys here that have all got the same vision and the same goal in mind, and that is the badge and the shirt. Do you know what I mean? So very thankful. Volunteers, people in the background, people not necessarily everyone sees, we've all got a role to play in this football team, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. A big well done to everyone involved.
Thanks very much for speaking to us, Ross, and all the best for the Corinthians game next weekend.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.